Good morning. Welcome back, Market Snipers. This is Jesse, 9 a.m. on the dot. Barely, right? We're having a difficult time getting rocking and rolling this morning. Still tired from the holidays. So hope everyone got to spend some time with the family, spend some time with your friends, your loved ones, and hopefully you had a good holiday season. Whether it's Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, or if you just celebrate time with your family and friends at the end of the year, then hope you had a good time. We did. I was hoping to get out a video. I posted in the Discord some important charts that I thought last night when we got back. And then I had some big hopes of getting out the free newsletter and doing a video update on Bitcoin and stuff like that. But I just didn't have any more gas left in the tank, right? Didn't have enough energy. And even this morning, it's been a little bit of a challenge, but here we are. We're on live stream 1 after 75 consecutive live streams that the stock market is open. We're back. This is live stream 1, ground zero again. And we'll get this live stream streak back on course. What we talked about, I posted in the Discord, was Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So we're going to be talking about it. It looks like Ethereum's breaking out hard. It's currently up 6%. Bitcoin's still up 1.4% today, but still around that $43,000 level and still consolidating underneath 2023 highs, which is right about 44,200-ish. So you start getting daily close back above, then could go up and challenge longer term target 4. So it's not there yet. We'll dive into it. This is the Ethereum chart. This is the weekly chart. Javier, welcome back. Yo. The first 15, 30 minutes, we're gonna go hard and fast on the charts. And then the second half of the live stream, if you're new to the channel, the second half, 15, 30 minutes, we're going to go your requests. So put in your crypto or stock ticker. Let me get the chair up a little bit higher here. Get closer to the camera. So here we go. Live stream 1 is we've been off since Friday, right? So we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. But Ethereum, right? Weekly chart. We're going to dive into everything. We got some longer term targets that have not been hit on Ethereum. By the way, I'm on my second Celsius. Usually I just have 1 Celsius in the morning. Today we might need 2, right? I still got my water, don't worry. But today we might need 2. Need that caffeine extra boost compared to normal. Just need the 1 typically in the morning, but we're going to have to go Celsius 2. I think I'm on 1.5 already right now. So I know there's going to be a lot of ranting and rambling. So we'll try to keep it to the charts as much as possible. Just make sure to put in your crypto, stock, or futures, or Forex, the ticker symbol, the asset name, and what you're looking at, so we can look at it on the second half of the live stream. So let's get rock and rolling on it. I hope you had a great time. Yep, I hope you did too, and I did. What's the target? On target, we can take a look at it. Good morning, everybody. Jeff Lowe, good morning, Jesse. Hope Christmas was good for you and the family. It was. It definitely was. Always good to see family. Gert Jan, Tenhove. Hi, everyone. Let's go. Let's do this. We got a lot to go through. Let's start off with Ethereum, though. Let's start off with Ethereum because that's what we kind of posted in the Discord and was charting it out. It's bullish on the weekly chart. It's been bullish on the weekly chart since the last buy signal at just under $1,800 when it regained the 200-week moving average. And so let's put on these longer-term targets, right? Let's put them on. This is, remember, longer term target 1's already been hit. I took it off just for screen purposes, right? Just for visual purposes. And it's already hit longer term target 2. Remember, Bitcoin's already hit longer term target 3. So will Ethereum hit longer term target 3? That's the question that we have. It seems like it's breaking out to the upside. Seems like it's trending that way. Curtis Hawkins requests to check out MIGI miner stock. Please, you got it. We'll take a look at it. Thanks for asking nicely, Curtis. Thanks for asking nicely over there. So it seems like Ethereum's kind of breaking out to the upside. After hitting target 1 in early December, it's been consolidating for the last few weeks, pretty much all of December. You start to see all the comments on YouTube and Twitter that ETH is dead, ETH is no good, blah, blah, blah. Well, it was consolidating while others were pumping, right? So it seems like Ethereum is kind of Ethereum's turn now, right? Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You can see back here on the daily chart, the buy signal was at $1,600, pumped all the way up, had one quick sell signal, and then flipped right back around with the buy signal at 2,200. Basically been going sideways, consolidating in December, like I said, after coming all the way up into the target box. And now it looks like it's making its move higher, right? It looks like it's making its move higher. And the reason why it kind of caught my eye this morning was the Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So it's nothing that we haven't been watching, but here's a breakout on Ethereum versus Bitcoin dominance. So it doesn't mean Bitcoin can't go up as well. It just means that Ethereum seems like it's going to be pumping more than, say, Bitcoin. So that's what it means to me on Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to sell off. Just means that at this moment, Bitcoin's been doing better versus Ethereum. And now it seems like Ethereum is breaking out, and Ethereum's probably going to do, it seems like it's going to do better. And you can see the chart here, Ethereum versus Bitcoin. It looks like this long consolidation from October 1st all the way down to this low here, December 20th. It's been consolidating. It's been correcting, coiling, and now it's breaking out with a pending buy signal to the upside. If you look at the weekly chart, looks like this is a possible low. This looks like a possible higher low, very slight higher low. Is back into the trending dots. If you start getting weekly closes back above it, regains the 200-week moving average, then you start to see these Ethereum versus Bitcoin targets start to get hit. There's a confluence area here at target 2, right? A major confluence area, not just a confluence area for the targets, but a major confluence area up here for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So we'll see if that happens or not in the coming weeks or possibly coming months, right? So that's what we're kind of looking at. Here's the daily chart again. And back, it has a pending buy signal on Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And is Ethereum about to pump higher? That is the question. That's what we're talking about. Bitcoin mining stocks hit targets, right? So continue to hit targets. Let's circle back around to Bitcoin. Let's take a look at it. Still consolidating, right? 2023 highest daily candle close back here on December 8th. And that's where we're still at. Came back all the way down, hit 3 shorter term targets to the downside, right? Never hit the 4th target to the downside on the shorter term targets. And you do have this 4th longer term target up here, just above 48,400 up here, that has not been hit yet. So 3 of the 4 longer term targets have been hit so far in Bitcoin. It's just kind of consolidating, kind of coiling up. We'll see how long it takes, and then see if it's going to break out to the upside and hit this 4th longer term target, or if it's going to hit a retracement target back down below here. Eventually, my thoughts are, and we put up these scenarios on YouTube videos in previous videos, so definitely go take a look at that on YouTube. We talked about it. We've covered it on the live streams over and over again. I'll probably do a Bitcoin update, possibly tonight. See if I still got some gas left in the tank, right? ETH versus BTC looks good. Yep, pending buy signal today. So we'll see how it works out. See if ETH continues to pump higher than Bitcoin based off of that breakout, right? So that's what we're kind of watching. So we're still waiting and watching. Is Bitcoin going to break out to the upside, hit the 4th target? That was still scenario 1. And scenario 2 was that it breaks down and goes through a retracement. Both of them, whether it's scenario 1 or scenario 2, we're still talking about that there would be a bigger correction, a bigger retracement, and a bigger possible buy the dip scenario before the next halving event. Remember, the next halving event is April 8th, estimated to be April 18th. Woo, man, we got to get this Celsius rock and rolling. I got to knock off some of this holiday rust. By the way, Celsius is not sponsoring this at all. I just gave up coffee and moved the caffeine over to Celsius, a little bit healthier option. And I feel like I don't get as dehydrated, right? I feel like I get a little bit more dehydrated and I need to drink more water if I'm drinking coffee. So I feel like I don't need to drink as much water. And again, this is not G-Rod, good morning. And again, this is not sponsored by Celsius whatsoever. I'm just a fan and I drink it because I think it's a more healthier option that still has caffeine, right? So let's get back to it. Let's keep rocking and rolling. So we're watching Bitcoin consolidate, and we'll do a follow-up on it. Not much to report since the last videos that I mapped out scenario 1, scenario 2. We're just watching kind of coil up. And if it's consolidating underneath resistance, then that's typically a bullish move, right? So we'll watch it. We're going to stay neutral because if it does break down, then we'll watch it, see if it corrects January and February before the next halving, and then possibly makes a move to the upside after correction, right before the halving, which it has done in the past, right? It has done that in the past. So we'll continue to watch it. One thing I did point out in the Discord, and I think I've pointed out here several times as well, but let's take a look at the halving tracker just real fast. If you're not following them, I've been following them for about 2.5 years. Kind of interesting because you see after the 1,300 days, you can see Bitcoin kind of peak before the halving, right? The next halving event. Peak around 1,300, 1,320-ish days, 1,300, 1,325, 20-ish days, 1,320-ish days, right? There's a peak before the halving and then goes in for a retracement possibly, and then makes its move right before the next halving event. So we're still continuing to watch it. This is Bitcoin price after halvings going from day zero. Now we're at 1,320-ish days, 1,300 and it tells me right here. I don't even have to guess. 1,318 days after the halving event, it kind of has this one last little peak, then a retracement. However deep the retracement is, whether it's 20%, 30%, who knows? It was a much bigger retracement back here in 2020. So we'll continue to watch it over there. So that's what we're kind of watching. This is about 1,300 days. We're at 1,318 days. So this is about 1,315. So we'll continue to consolidate, possibly go lower, right, for January and February, and then come out for that next buy the dip opportunity. So again, we'll do a follow-up video on it and we'll cover it. But basically in those previous videos, we talked about way back here, would it come up like this, kind of put in like a lower high and come back down, or would it just kind of come down, put in a lower high, and we'll see if it continues to put in lower highs. May take some time to come down and then come back down. Either way, both scenario 1 and scenario 2, there's a buy the dip possible scenario, and we'll be watching and waiting for it and wait for that next buy the dip scenario. And then hopefully we'll be in that next full bull run after that. So that's Bitcoin. Let's keep going. We got a lot to talk about. Again, Ethereum versus Bitcoin breaking out. Sand. We haven't talked about sand since the live stream. Still bullish on the daily chart. Still bullish on the weekly chart as well. We got these longer term targets up here. We talked about it. We've been talking about it. We've been covering it. There's a buy signal at just under 45 cents. West Diddy. Let's go, snipers. Yes, let's go, West Diddy. We had a buy signal back here on the weekly chart, just under 45 cents. We talked about it. It was a gift that still hasn't broken out hard to the upside. I covered it again back here on the early part of December. Price was still at about 44, 45 cents. I said, if you haven't got in yet, not financial advice, it's still a gift because it hasn't broken out hard to the upside yet, like many of the other crypto assets already had. And here we are. That same week, price hit 61 cents. Consolidated for another couple of weeks. Here we are breaking out again. We're back at 60 cents on sand, and we got in early. AKA me, got in early based off the daily chart back here. Under 30 cents. Got in, and then I added to my position back here. Again, on the breakout, just under the 40 cents. It was breaking out again, and I added to my position. I'm going to continue watching it based off the weekly chart. So I'm trying to push it as long as possible based off the weekly chart. And here we are on sand. Near. We talked about the same thing, right? Got in at $1.05, back on near, and been pushing. It's hit longer term target 1. Still ultra bullish on near. Woo! Having a good time with crypto, Bitcoin miners. Don't worry, we're gonna get into the Bitcoin miners too. We gotta have some fun with it though. Man, what a move it's been since $1.05, right? $1.05 right there. Wicked all the way up 333%. Woo! Man, I didn't go all in. By the way, I don't go all in on these plays. These are high risk, high reward. It's like catching lightning in a bottle. We did catch lightning in a bottle. I hope all of you caught lightning in a bottle. I did catch lightning in a bottle. Yeah, it's down 6% today, but it's been pumping like 20% a day, 24% in a day, 19% today. It's been crazy, and it could just be getting started. It's still ultra bullish on the weekly chart, and I'm still currently holding positions on it. So we'll continue to watch it. Just spot, and just lunch money. You know, I didn't go all in with, multi figures, right? Just went in because I'm diversified on it. And so that's what it is on near. Same thing with dot, right? Hasn't even hit target one yet. Hasn't even hit longer term target one like near has. So near has already hit longer term target one. Dot has not, but it is trending that way. So we still have a question there. Will dot hit longer term target one? We put out these targets at the bottom and they're still here. We put out these targets at the bottom and they're still here. If you're not sure what that is, Google those song lyrics and let me know in the comments if you know who sings a similar song like that. It's kind of funny. Anyways, so buy signal on the weekly chart back here at 570. We talked about it back here below $4 at about $3.80. Talked about it, covered it. And now, since then, since the buy signal back there below $4, it is up 142%. Probably gets it up to about roughly about 300%, probably very similar to near, getting up all the way into target one if it does hit that, right? If it does hit that. Chain link, we talked about this on the last live stream, right? We've been talking about it every single day. If we go back to the daily chart, we covered it. When price came all the way back down to the 200-week moving average, we were there. We covered it. We said, is the bearish divergence cleared out? Will it find support just above the 200-week moving average? It was a question, right? In hindsight, it did find support just above it, started to flip back around. Then there was a buy signal. Price got back above the trending dots and then consolidated for a few more days, even wicked all the way back down, and now is pushing back up higher. Looks like this is a higher low, right? So this big move down here, this looks like it consolidated sideways. Could be another big push up to the next higher longer term target, right? These are longer term targets based off of the all-time highs and the lows, right, of the bear market. So these are mapped out at the lows, and there's even a video on it from a few months ago, and we talked about it, we covered it, we had all these targets on there from there. That's all right. We're struggling through it. We're tired. We're all hyped up with the family. Got a lot of nieces and nephews running around. High energy. They take up a lot of energy. Played with them. They had a good time with them. And a lot of hooting and hollering with the family. Had a good time, right? So here we are. We're back. And still bullish on Chainlink daily chart. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Is back ultra bullish after 2 weeks of not being ultra bullish. It was just bullish on the 2-week chart, on the week chart, right? So it's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Looks like it's starting to pump hard. It's up almost 9% today, and we'll see if it's going to pump up and possibly come up and hit target 2, right? Possibly come all the way up and hit target 2. Chainlink starting to look pretty good. Solana still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Has hit 2 of the 4 longer term targets so far. Came up and toe tapped target 3, but I'm not going to change it to green. I'm not going to change it until it gets inside of it, right? Until it pierces inside of it. I'm not going to say we hit target 3. I'm not going to move the target. It got very, very close. I'm not going to move the target just for purposes of the live stream. I don't do that. We're going to keep the integrity of the targets, and it just came up short at 126, 126.30, 50. We'll just call it 126.30 something, right? It just missed the target. It's very, very close, but we're not going to check off the target box yet. Let's keep the integrity of the target box. So that's Solana. Still ultra bullish, could consolidate possibly after such a big move up. If you look at it from back here, the breakout, right, all the way up to that wick, 560, call it 570% from the breakout at the bottom. Woo, all the way up to almost hitting target 3. So Solana is still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Could consolidate for a few weeks, similar to Cardano. We'll see. Cardano had tested the 200-week moving average, consolidated for a few weeks, and now is continuing to make its move higher. Will it regain the 200-week moving average, similar to Ethereum, similar to Bitcoin, similar to Chainlink? Will Cardano come up and hit longer-term target 1, similar to Chainlink, similar to Ethereum, similar to Bitcoin, similar to Solana? We don't know yet. It's too early to say, but it is trending that way. I don't know if that answers your question, but what a move it's been, right? Since this bottom move down here, price is breaking out of this downward trend line. Then there's buy signal on the weekly chart even, and we talked about it. We got in based off the buy signal at 25 cents, right? We were posting it. We were covering it. We talked about it. We posted. Said it looks like a buy signal at 25 cents. Not financial advice. Here we are from 25 cents. What a move it's been. There hasn't even been a sell signal on the daily chart since the buy signal. It's currently up 150%. It had wicked all the way up 170% move. Cardano. Woo! Boom. Tesla John. Hey, Jesse, glad you had a good Christmas. Can you take a look at Litecoin Trust again, LTC? Sure. Also, looks like HUT hit the 200. Yep, 200-week moving average. Yep, it did. Do you think it still has room to run? Thanks. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at him next. So we'll definitely take a look at him. Tesla John, welcome back. Good to see you back. Matic, right? Matic is ultra bullish on the daily chart. Matic is bullish on the weekly chart. Has already hit longer term target 1 and is trending towards target 2. We got target 2 up there just above $1.20. So that was kind of your last chance to buy the dip before that big move up. Was we were kind of talking about it and covering it. Hit 3 targets to the downside, found support at the 3rd target, never hit the 4th target to the downside. And after finding support, regained the 200-week moving average back here below 80 cents, and then started to make its move, had a buy signal back below 90 cents. And here we are. It's back ultra bullish on the daily chart, and on the weekly chart for Matic, it is bullish, right? Bullish. It's trending towards longer term target 2. Obviously, it's not financial advice. Seems like it's trending that way hard, and we'll see if it comes up and hits target 2. It'd be something probably to check the boxes off. Mana, bullish on the weekly chart as well. Hasn't even hit longer term target 1 yet. It's so possibly early. It's crazy. Similar to sand, right? Similar to sand, similar to mana, similar to sand, similar to mana, right? You had buy signals on the weekly chart. Hasn't even gone ultra bullish yet. These are like catching lightning in a bottle. Will we? Right? Will we catch lightning in a bottle? I think so. Obviously not financial advice. Still 55 cents. So sand and mana were about the same. They were both about 44, 45 cents, right? Back here when I was talking about it again, back about 45 cents, and now sand is up over 60 cents. Mana is still at 55 cents. So that's mana, still bullish on the weekly chart. Hasn't even gone ultra bullish yet. Will it go ultra bullish in this week, next week, possibly the week after? We don't know when. We don't have a magic crystal ball. Sometimes it feels like it, but we don't. Trust me, we don't. So longer term target 1 up here, even from here, right? Well, from the buy signal on the weekly chart to the middle of 300%, right? But even from its current price here, it could move up to the middle of the target box, still be possibly 191% move. What if price comes up and hits longer term target 1? What if it comes up and hits longer term price target 2? That would be crazy. It'd be an awesome move, and I can't wait. Bitfarm, ultra bullish on the weekly chart. We talked about it. We covered it, hit the shorter term targets in the breakout. Woo-wee. Bitfarm moving up into target, longer term target 2. We'll see if it comes up and hits longer term target 2. It's trending up that way very hard right now, up 5.4% today. HUT just hit the 200-week moving average today, just as Tesla John was talking about it. We covered it. I posted in the Discord as well. Ultra bullish on the daily chart in the Discord based off the 1 hour chart. I posted in the Discord with the details. I said it looks like HUT might have found bottom based off the lower time frame, the 1 hour chart. Then on December 14th, I followed up with there's a buy signal on the 1 hour chart. There was a buy signal on the 4 hour chart. And it started to look more and more like the bottom was in and continued to cover it. And then on the very next day, December 15th, in the Discord, talked about there's a buy signal on the daily chart at $10.50. So we were all over it, below $8.80. I added to my positions. I added to my options, right? And I've been holding my options ever since. So I've got stock and I've got stock option plays on HUT. So I'm continuing to hold it. We'll take a look at if it's going to hold it today. But remember, we're watching it, how Bitfarm played out once it hit the 200-week moving average. It's possible it goes much higher than the 200-week moving average. We're watching HUT to see if it does the same thing, right? Could it consolidate for a few days first? It's possible. Hive has not hit the 200-week moving average. We had a question mark all the way from the bottom. All the way from the bottom, we put this on, right? You can see where we put this on way back here, below $4, below $3.20, all the way back at like $3.10. Would it hit these 4 targets? It did. Would it come all the way back up and hit the 200-week moving average? This is Hive, another Bitcoin mining stock, right? Would it hit the 200-week moving average, similar to Bitfarm? And now HUT, right? And now HUT. Will it? Hive hit the 200-week moving average, similar to CLSK? How will it consolidate or react? How will HUT react around the 200-week moving average? Will it consolidate for a few days, battle it, and then take off to the upside, right? My options are good till the end of, or I think the third, or I have to double check, the third or fourth week of January. So I do have some time left. So normally I'm in and out of those a lot faster because they expire. Usually I don't hold options that long because I don't take longer option plays. Usually they might be a week to 3 weeks long option plays, but I'm still holding them. So we're going to continue to watch it every single day. How is it going to react? How did it react like Marathon Digital did? Did it retest it, come back down the trending dots and consolidate for a few days like Marathon Digital did and then take off to the upside? That's what we're continuing to watch. That's when the options would really print hard. They would really print hard. So I'll probably, I don't know, I'm going to try to push them as long as possible. It's not easy holding options that long, right? Stock, no big deal. I'm holding the stock, right? So it's not as big of a deal holding the stock, but the options are a different story because you could give back all the gains very quickly, right? So again, how did Riot play out? Hit it, consolidated for almost a week, and then took off back to the upside. So that's what we're continuing to watch. How is HUT going to play? It's making a move above it, especially when it's pumping this hard. The stock account is doubling so quickly, right? With options that you want to lock in gains, but you want to try to push it as long as possible as well. So that is HUT. There is possible room to the upside. If you're looking at Bitfarm above the 200-week moving average, if you look at the 200-week moving average as a bookmark, right? Let's zoom out here. Tesla John. It's well above the 200-week moving average, right? That was only like a halfway point of Bitfarm so far. You got these longer term targets to the upside. HUT, we got longer term targets to upside. I have them drawn out for the Discord. probably draw them out on for the live streams as well. Hive, right? I'll probably draw them out for the live streams as well. I've drawn them out for the Discord. CLSK, I had them for the Discord as well. Definitely take a look at them there. But you can just kind of see where CLSK is, where it is above the 200-week moving average. Marathon Digital, how high ahead of the Marathon Digital is coming into target 2, right? Riot had already hit target 1, is getting back up into longer term target 1 after hitting all the targets back above the 200-week moving average. So those are like bookmarks of what the potential is for Hut and Hive. And there's never a guarantee. There's never a guarantee. But based off of our research, Bitfarm is higher, CLSK is higher, Marathon Digital is higher, and Riot is higher. And I'm sure there's probably others out there, but that's what we're continuing to watch. That's where we're at on Hut right now. It was looking very similar to Bitfarm. It was playing out very similar to Bitfarm, and it is starting to fire higher like Bitfarm, rock and roll. All right, so that's Bitfarm. Let's keep going. Now, let's kind of switch gears over here. Let's kind of tone it down a notch. We can't have that much excitement, right? NASDAQ daily chart. There's not much to report on it. It's still hovering around $17,000 based off the NASDAQ futures. All we did was, hey, it's in an uptrend. It continues to be in an uptrend. It's above the trending dots. It's above the trend line. It's still currently ultra bullish on the daily chart. It's still, let's check out the weekly chart. Weekly chart is still ultra bullish. It's in an uptrend. There's nothing else to really report as of right now. It's just currently still in an uptrend, and the trend can be your friend if you follow it all the way to the end. Boom, knock that one out. Same with SP 500. Not much to report. Dow Jones. Let's see, Russell 2000, and dollar is still dropping. Right, the dollar is ultra bearish on the daily chart, and we got this longer term target 4 that was never hit. 3 of the 4 longer term targets to the downside were never hit. From this move up here, we covered it way back in the Discord, October 2022. Covered it on the Twitter X app, of course. We covered it there as well. We hit 3 of the 4 longer term targets to the downside. It never hit this 4th target. It's below. It was coming in right around the 200-week moving average, and now it's trending lower. Maybe it will hit the 4th target now. Maybe it will find support of the 200-week moving average now. But as of right now, it has not. Let's get a little boost on Celsius. Let's keep going. The dollar is still bearish on the daily chart. Ultra bearish on the daily chart, bearish on the weekly chart, and we'll continue to watch it. I noticed in this Christmas that we're very, 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 very early in BTC as for the majority of the people. Yeah. So if you just think about that for a second, Javier, right? As of right now, it doesn't seem, in my opinion, and based off of the last and doing all the research and previous cycles, all that doesn't mean this cycle is going to play out similar, but it seems like we're not even in the full bull run. And typically, doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but typically in previous cycles, there is a bigger correction before the halving event. So before the halving event, April 18th is the estimate that there would be a bigger correction, and then the next possible buy the dip scenario again for Bitcoin. And then, of course, probably crypto assets and Bitcoin miners as well. So if you missed this, in my opinion, I still think this is the preseason. What an amazing preseason this is. This is a football reference. So they play games as kind of like a warm-up before the regular season begins. And this is kind of like, we're still in the last cycle where we're at about 1,300. Well, not about, thanks to the halving tracker, we're at 1,318 days over here, 1,318 days after halving. So thanks to the halving tracker over there, definitely go follow them over there. I've been following them for 2.5 years. That's the only chart that they post, but I still look at it, right? It's the only chart that they post. And of course, we don't make all of our business decisions just based off the halving tracker, but we definitely take a look at it. So try to gather information, see where we're at in the potential cycle. There's never a guarantee that we're going to get another full bull run, but I'm optimistic. I hope so. It's been playing out similar to previous cycles, and we'll continue to watch it. So if we get another bigger buy the dip scenario, possibly before the next halving, and then price moves out, starts to make a move before the next halving event, that would be amazing. And then we'll be looking possibly challenging all-time highs end of 2024, and that's how it would play out. So unfortunately, Doc would be incorrect. We wouldn't be hitting $150,000 Bitcoin in 2024. May not hit it in 2025. That would be much higher than the targets that I would potentially have above $100,000 if all goes well. But that wouldn't be until end of 2024 or 2025, similar to past cycles, right? I wouldn't even be expecting to challenge all-time highs of Bitcoin to about $65,000 until end of 2024. So we'll see. We got a long ways to go. This is the potentially the preseason. You'll see many get it wrong and continue to get it wrong as they've got it wrong in 2022, 2023 of having all-time highs. And then we'll find out if we finally get all-time high in 2024. Eventually, the influencers will be correct and we'll hit an all-time high in end of 2024, but not 2022, not 2023. And we'll see about 2024. So if you had to bet, if I had to bet, we would be challenging all-time highs end of 2024. So that's what I meant. I'm going on record here, the camera. That's what I continue to say. And you can see the other influencers have been wrong. 2022, 2023. We haven't even gotten close to challenging the all-time highs again, right? So that's all noise. That's all noise. We've done a lot of research over here. We can't predict the future. We just do research, and we'll see if we can see similar patterns and similar things play out. And if so, we'll all continue to sniper the markets together. So let's keep going. That's the dollar. US 10-year yield still bearish on the weekly chart. Doesn't look like it's fighting sport at the shorter term target 4. You got the 200-week moving average all the way down here, 2.35%. Hopefully my mortgage people out there that are still in the business, I am not. I've been out of the mortgage gang since early 2021, and I've been sending any referrals over to my two best buds over there that are still in the mortgage business. Shout out to Wes Diddy over there, and then my boy Ryan. Send them both family and friends and past clients that still reach out to me 2.5 years, more than 2.5 years later, and I send them referrals over there. So, anyways, I'm out of the mortgage gang. I'm thankful to be that I had a long career over there, but I'm also thankful to be out of it and stare at charts all day, every day. VIX, not much has happened. Still bearish on the VIX. Had that little pump up on the daily chart, and that was it. Pumped right back down. Still bearish on the weekly chart. It's good for the bags, pushing the bags. So we'll see. What else? So we want to take a look at gold, right? Gold still bullish on the weekly chart. Had that nice retracement back down here to 1972. Still bullish on the weekly chart. Starting to pump higher, right? Bitcoin dominance came back down. Hit. Oh, that's what I want to show on Bitcoin dominance. It was bearish. Had bearish divergence. Looks like put in a lower high on Bitcoin dominance, and the altcoins are pumped after this. There was a sell signal on the daily chart back on December 21st, and then you saw some of the alts really pump hard, right? You saw those 20% moves in a day, right? You saw all of that, and we can go take a look at it. We had a sell signal on the 21st, came down, hit 4 shorter-term targets. Will it come back down, retest it, or will it find support at target 4? If you drop all the way back down, Chainlink versus Bitcoin, right? There's a pending buy signal on the daily chart. ETH versus BTC, right? Oh man, we're gonna have to keep drinking Celsius. AVAX, it pumped hard, and there's a buy signal back here. Could have break down on AVAX versus BTC, possibly. What a move. Near versus BTC way back here, right? Amazing. Doge versus BTC pumped up and then came back down. Could be flipping back around. Possible. Possible. Maybe it comes back and retests the 200-week moving average. That'd be crazy. ADA versus BTC. What a move. Had this mapped out. We had this mapped out at the bottom when we were buying Cardano at 25 cents. Me, right? This is Cardano versus BTC. Was also having a breakout. XRP, right? Could XRP be breaking out against BTC in the near future? Could it finally get that pump on? I know you got a lot of XRP army members out there, probably haven't been rewarded as some of these other ones. Could they be? Could they be XRP versus BTC? We'll see. Starting to look pretty good on the daily chart. Woo, what if it comes back and retests 200 moving average? We'll see. What else? That's pretty much it there. Let's circle back around to this Magnificent 7. NVIDIA, kind of flat still, right? Still flat, 0.25%. Still got all-time highs up here. Let's take this off. Let's see. What else? Javier, yep. Tesla, John, we'll come back to that, okay? NVIDIA, we'll see. We'll see if it's going to put in, this is the high, right? This potential lower high, but we'll see. This is, we got this blue horizontal resistance up here at $501. Remember, we still have a 20% gap way down here from 306. Eventually, it's going to get filled. When? We don't know. Meta still continues to push higher, right? Got the weekly chart, still ultra bullish. Still have a massive gap down here. This massive gap was filled when price is all the way down below $100. We had put this out on the chart. We put it down as it was breaking down, right? Pushing up higher, ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Coming up, possibly retest the 384 all-time highs. Maybe it even goes higher than that. Currently at 357 and ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Amazon came all the way back down to March 2020 lows, found support at the March 2020 lows, and is pushing higher, right? This was a higher low. We talked about it. We covered it. There's a buy signal on the weekly chart and still pushing higher on Amazon. Microsoft was ultra bullish, currently not ultra bullish, right? There is longer term bearish divergence. It has only hit shorter term target 1 so far to the downside. Was that it? Was that it at 383 roughly? Is this going to be a possible lower high? Too early to say. On Microsoft. You do have longer term targets to the downside that will probably have to be readjusted because this was based off of this peak here. So we got to recalculate all of this. But so you can probably take this off for now. And it only hit longer term target 1 to the downside. It's pretty far extended away from the 200-week moving average as well. Down here, 267. So, but what a move it's been. It's still bullish on the weekly chart as of right now. Still above the trending dots on the daily chart as well. So bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly, kind of letting the trending dots catch up. But as of right now, bullish overall. Tesla broke out here on the weekly chart. We talked about it. It was consolidating, kind of faked out to the downside based off of the daily chart, came back and hit a target, and then it was just bought up to the upside, right? So we had this target, based off the breakout. We had this target based off of that. Hey, if it breaks out to the upside, that's the target. And it did start, that's the arrow to the upside. And so it did break out at 247 there, longer term. And it hasn't looked back yet based off the weekly chart. Still bullish, $262 on Tesla, currently up $2 today. Daily chart, still bullish as well. We even talked about back here on the live stream on December 19th, would it come back down, back test this, put in a higher low and go, right? Didn't come all the way back down here like we talked about as a potential, but it did come back down like this and then took off to the upside. So based off that reverse candle, it did come back down and it did put in a higher low, just didn't come all the way back down to there. So that was the higher low and then it took off to the upside right there. So we did talk about that back on the 19th. We drew it out. As a potential, possibly come all the way back down here. It didn't come all the way back down, but it did get a retracement down to that part right there. So we did talk about that. That is Tesla, and it did break out to the upside and continues to move higher. On the daily chart and the weekly chart, Apple kind of flat today, 0.26%. Still currently bullish, but below the trending dots on the daily chart. Still bullish on the weekly chart. Could be consolidating, let the trending dots and the moving averages kind of catch up. But overall flat. Google down 1% today. Was making all-time highs, right? No, was making 2023 highs, but not all-time highs. You got all-time highs all the way up at 152. It has not made all-time highs since 2021, but is still bullish on the weekly chart. We were talking about that breakout back here, right? Based off the daily chart. So we were talking about it. We covered it. This was a fake out, came back down, put in a higher low, was breaking out again, and end up having a buy signal and continues to push higher. Kind of let the trending dots move the averages kind of catch up. After that big move up all the way to 143 from that pivot low here at 131, and it's kind of getting a retracement in. It's starting to get kind of gappy, getting kind of wicky up at the top. And so it's getting a retracement in on Google. That's about it for the Magnificent Seven. Let's take a look at anything else that jumps out at us. PayPal flat today, right? But if you look at the weekly chart, still bullish on the weekly chart. This was in the newsletter. We covered it back here on a couple weeks ago at $61. Still only at $62.48, right? We put it in the free newsletter. I've got more energy today, so I'm definitely going to put out the new newsletter. I've got one that I want to talk about. Another possible buy based off the weekly chart. Another one similar to PayPal, and I want to talk about it and cover it. Unity Software, we did a video on this one way back, and I mean way back, below $27, I believe. We did a video on it a couple months ago, and it hasn't even hit longer term target 1 yet. It's still bullish on the weekly chart. It's all the way up to $42 so far. What an opportunity this is. What a time to be a market sniper, right? What a time to be a market sniper. Let's keep going. All right, let's circle back. Javier, target on target, right? Let's take a look at target. So I did erase the longer term targets. I'm probably got to put those back on. It's still bullish on the weekly chart, but I do have this magnet at the 200-week moving average, right? And remember, Target, I think Target still pays a dividend. Target still pays a dividend. Pretty sure it's like dividends right there, right? So it does pay a dividend, 3.09%. I was thinking it was right around 3%, right? We got some Target stock. So got Target down here, and I think it was below 109. It was based off the daily chart. Let's see, it was before. Yeah. So all the way back down here, there's a buy signal below 110, right? So I got some Target stock there, and then it pays a small 3% dividend, right? So it's currently up 1% today. It's not as fast of a mover. It's not as fun, as sexy as the miners, but I still shop there. I still shop at Target. And so I want to pick up some Target stock over there and kind of repay them for my $14 shirts that I wear for years. So I still got some Target stock, and it pays a small 3% dividend, but it's currently up from back there in that buy signal, but just call it 110, currently up 28%, right? So not bad. And you got the 200-week moving average up here. That's the thing. Will it retest the 200-week moving average and regain it? If so, that means Target stock would be up 56% from the buy signal based off the daily chart. It's currently ultra bullish on the daily chart. There was a gap, though. This is a new gap, and so we did put the new gap on there at 112. You can see it on the daily chart, and so it's something to be aware of, that it's possible it could put in, fill the gap before it continues higher. It is an 11% gap, so we did put it on there, and we'll continue to watch it. It doesn't mean it couldn't put in a higher low, fill the gap, and then continue outward after that. So we'll watch it on target. So what's the target on target? I'd say, a longer term target is going to be up there. 200-week moving average may take some time. Like I said, if it's hitting gaps up here like this, it's possible it comes all the way back down, puts in a higher low down here, finds support, and then bounces, and then comes up and hits the 200-week moving average. So it definitely could be a possibility. Just think about that for a second. Definitely could be a possibility. I'm committed to being non-committal, right? So this could be a possibility for sure. Let's see what else. That was Target. What else we got? MIGI. Let's take a look at it. MIGI stock Bitcoin miner, I believe, right? Okay, let's take a look at it. Let's see. Wow. Yep. Making a move hard. Is ultra bullish on the weekly chart, daily chart. Sorry. It's ultra bullish on the daily chart, Curtis. So let's zoom out here, right? Let's take a look at the weekly chart. The weekly chart is also ultra bullish, and it hasn't retested the 200-week moving average in a very, very long time, right? All the way back to November 2021. And it didn't even pump as maybe it must have been a different type of maybe it was mining stocks. I don't know too much about it, obviously, but maybe it was back here mining. I'm not even sure if let's see. Let's take a look at it real quick. The company has not previously paid dividends. Not much information there. Engages in the provision of digital asset infrastructure services company. So most likely they're mining Bitcoin, right? Digital asset infrastructure services. So maybe they didn't switch over until later on, but say if they were mining Bitcoin even back in 2014, maybe they're doing something else with digital assets. I'm not sure about the company itself. I don't get into really the fundamentals too much, but taking a look at it there, you got this is what you have. If you've got ultra bullish on the weekly chart, and you've got ultra bullish on the daily chart, and it hasn't retested the 200-week moving average since November 2021. So if it does, if it did, right, from current price right now, $3.70, that'd be a 460% move from current prices, right? And it looks like on the weekly chart, it just became ultra bullish. Looks like there was a buy signal on the weekly chart just last week. So it's starting to make a move hard on Mawson Infrastructure Group. If you look on the daily chart, had a buy signal back here at 60 cents. Wow. Wow. What a move on that one. Curtis, you should have told the snipers about this one back on November 28th. Oh my goodness. We should have. Are you in on it? Let me know, Curtis. Did you get in back on 60 cents or 60 cents on the daily chart? When did you get in on it? And what's your plan of attack? Because the 200-week moving average, that would be a crazy move from 60 cents all the way to the 200-week moving average. What a move that would have been for the snipers. You're talking about a 3,000% move from the buy signal on the daily chart. If you look on the weekly chart, even from the weekly chart back here at $2.30 all the way to 200-week moving average, 100%, 760% potential move on the weekly chart from the buy signal. Wow. Luckily got in last week at $1.27. Awesome. Awesome, Curtis. Good to see market snipers making moves and making money over there. So that's, it's been a long time, Curtis, not financial advice, since it's retested 200-week moving average. Many other Bitcoin mining stocks have already hit the 200-week moving average. Many of them have gone above it. So even though, say, if you threw $1,000 on it at $1.27, I don't know what you did. Maybe you threw $100 on it. Who knows? 10,000. Getting all the way up, you're already up double, but getting all the way up to 200-week moving average, that's huge, right? From $1.27. Not saying that it's going to. Obviously, this isn't financial advice, but even from 120, just 131, right? 1,400%, right? So that would be a massive move, probably closer to 1,500% move up to the 200-week moving average. Planning to sell some 200-week moving, but oh wow, good for you, my man. Good for you. Simple math. What is that? That's flipping. A little over $2,000 into $30,000. That'd be insane. So just top of my head. So if it does retest the 200-week moving average, right? Let's see. Let's put that back on. Let's put that. If it playing to sell it once, yeah. If it hits the 200 weekly, right? That would flip it to what? A little over $2,000 to $30,000. No options. Okay, good. So, but that's still a 1,500% move if it hits the 200-week moving average. So you got to multiply that out, right? I don't have enough Celsius in me, I don't think, to do that math in my head. We're gonna keep moving so I don't embarrass myself. But I think, let me know. Should we do the calculator on it? Let's see, calculator. Let's do calculator. Let's see, calculator. Let's just do it for fun. We're on the second half of the live stream, anyways. You can't even see it. So if you got $2,000 multiplied by 1,500%, right? Yeah, $30,000, right? I was right. So even with the stock, Curtis, a little over $2,000, if it hits if it retests the 200-week moving average, that would flip from $2,000 to $30,000. So, that's a massive move, right? But don't forget to take profits along the way. Stick to your plan. Maybe even some of the plan is, you've got a plan and you flip $2,000 and $30,000 is a very good day, right? A very good month, a very good year. And, you might be able to do that in a month. Not financial advice. We don't know. We'll see how it plays out, but that is a lot of potential to upside and no options. Good job. So appreciate you as well, Curtis. Thanks for smashing the like button. Thanks for smashing the subscribe button. Appreciate everybody. We're at 56 minutes. Might have to flip flip the hats backwards if we go over an hour here. Let's keep going. So we covered Target. We covered MIGI. That was a good one, Curtis. Awesome. Proud of you. Good job for you. Can you look at Crypto Zill? Let's look at Crypto Zill, right? Crypto Zill. I've looked at Zill before. Let's take a look at it. Don't have it on the watch list though. Let's see. We'll choose Binance. We'll just take a look at it real quick because we're already getting over it. So real curt. Oh wow. We'll get into it. We're gonna get back in the flow tomorrow. We're gonna be flowing hard tomorrow. We'll be back in the rhythm. This is knocking off the rust. We're gonna get back dialed in. This is only live stream 1 of the consecutive streak, right? We don't even have a streak yet, but this is live stream 1 of our new streak. We hit 75, right? So Zill, the weekly chart had a buy signal. The weekly chart is still bullish. What if Zill retested the 200-week moving average, similar to other crypto assets, right? So that would be kind of the next potential longer-term target. What if Zill retested the 200-week moving average? It's currently at under 3 cents, and the 200-week moving average is above 5 cents. So you can do simple math there. It's more than a 100% return, even from here. And back here at the buy signal, it was basically at 2 cents, and that'd be about 250% return, roughly, right? Yep, 150% return. But if you take your initial investment, the account increases 250%, right? So that's 150% from the buy signal on the weekly chart all the way up to the 200-week moving average, 150% potential. Is that what's going to happen? Could it go possibly much higher than Zill? Yes, it possibly could. Eyeball test, you can kind of see it up there above 10 cents. That'd be a massive move. So that is Zill. Let's keep going. We're right at 58 minutes. Let's keep going. Tesla John, LTCN. Yep, let's take a look at it. LTCN, stock, Litecoin, trust. Grayscale, Litecoin, trust. Okay, there it is. Oh, what happened? Where is it? Maybe it's already on here. Oh, there it is. Yep, got it. I already had it on there. So yeah, weekly chart is still ultra bullish, right? It's possible, right? Eyeball test peaked out November 20th, had a second peak May 2021. It's possible. Eyeball test. What if it came all the way up to like $160? That would be insane. Grayscale, Litecoin Trust. You got the 200. It doesn't even have a 200-week moving average, but it's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. had a buy signal back here at $4.86, currently at $18 right now, right? Still ultra bullish, still pumping hard, right? And so definitely found bottom back here, had that reverse candle, putting in higher lows along the way. The last buy signal back here. And so you see like Grayscale, Litecoin Trust continue to be ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. Pending buy signal on the monthly chart. Not a lot of chart history. So as far as like at the monthly chart, but there is a pending buy signal on the monthly chart as well. And it's currently at $18. What if the eyeball test and retrace back up to $200? That would be a massive move right there. At one point, it was at $509 on Grayscale Litecoin Trust. So that's what it is. It's bullish. It's bullish on the monthly chart. It's bullish. It's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. So you just have to kind of decide what your plan of attack is. Let's go back to the daily chart. Also ultra bullish on the daily chart. And then let's switch one thing for you, Tesla John. Let's show you one thing over here. Switch since there isn't a 200-week moving average, it is well above the 200-day moving average. You can see that, a lot of investors and traders think that above the 200-day moving average, it's bullish, and it still is quite a bit above it. Some point it could come back and retest it. When, we don't know, but it is still ultra bullish on the time frames, daily and weekly, and bullish on the weekly chart. So let's switch this back over the weekly. I like to keep it as like a bookmark there. So that is the week, and there isn't anything over there. Let's take a look. Let's keep going. What else? ARB, Ollie, welcome back to the channel. Awesome. Yep, let's take a look at it. Crypto, ARB. Let's take a look. ARB, still bullish on the weekly chart, right? We covered it back here. That's the daily chart. Covered it back here. That had the arrow out for the next possible buy the dip. And it was a buy signal back here at $1. And then it was breaking out, came back tested it, basically consolidated for a couple weeks, and then took off to the upside harder after that. If you look back on the weekly chart, right? The weekly chart back here had a buy signal, consolidated, and now it's just bullish on the weekly chart. There's not a ton of history on ARB, so there's not much else to really report. It's going to be more difficult for hitting targets. You have to kind of just rely on, is it still bullish? Is there going to be future bearish divergence at some point, right? It's just bullish as of right now in ARB, but not a lot of chart history to talk about from there. So can't really add too much more value other than it's still bullish on the higher time frames. Poncho, hello, replay crew here. Awesome, Poncho, welcome. Can you check FTM? Sure. Let's take a look at FTM. Crypto, right? Phantom. Let's see, Binance. Those are futures. There we go. Tether. Let's take a look at FTM. Still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Has retested the 200-week moving average that we talk about a lot, right? So will it consolidate sideways, possibly come back down, kind of let the trending dots catch up before making moves higher, right? So there is some more chart history on FTM. And so you can see that, longer term targets possibly could be all the way up at like $1.50, $1.70, above $1, right? So it has come back and retested 200 moving average. And will it regain it similar to Chainlink, similar to Ethereum, similar to some of the other crypto assets? Is possible. It's still currently ultra bullish on the weekly chart and could continue to consolidate. Woo, I'm losing steam. Let me take some water. Forgot to flip the hat backwards. It's over an hour. Let's keep going. We got a couple more requests. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. We flip the hat on backwards. Let's rock and roll. Let's keep going. Ultra bullish on the weekly chart for Phantom. Let's see. Jeff Lowe, please do Caspa if you can. Requested this 2 weeks ago, but you ran out of time. Okay. We're in overtime already. We're already in overtime. I apologize. Sorry about that, Jeff Lowe. But remember, Jeff Lowe, early bird gets the worm. So if you post early, you're gonna get your requests in on time, right? If you're posting late, like you're posting 51 minutes into the live stream again, right? So help me help you get your requests in. So I know we didn't get your request in last time, but you probably posted late, because if you post your request early, you're most likely going to get your request in. So you got to help yourself too, Jeff. You got to get here early, or get up here on time, get your request in early, or get in on time. If you put it in 51 minutes, it's not all about me. It's about you too. Help yourself. Help yourself. Get your request in early. You didn't even post it till 51 minutes into the live stream. So you probably did that on the last one again. That could be a pattern, Jeff Lowe. You got to look inward. Look in the mirror first, Jeff Lowe, and then help me help you, my man, and I will get your request in. But I'm working overtime here today for you for free. These live streams are not monetized. And even if once they do go into recording, they do become monetized, and I make like 60 cents off the live stream. So smash that like button, smash your subscribe button, and help me help you, Jeff Lowe. All right, let's do it. All right, Cass. Let's choose MEXC since you didn't specify what you wanted. We talked about it. We've had other requests back here, right? So we have been covering this. We've had people request it. It looked like it was breaking out to the upside back here. It went ultra bullish, came all the way back up, right? It was ultra bullish. We talked about it. It's getting very wicky. It looked like it was possibly we even had a game plan for someone else that requested it, that is starting to get wicks in, that you could see a bigger correction, and it did, right? Very similar to some other crypto assets that we saw. From wick to wick, it corrected almost 40%. We expect pullbacks along the way, especially in crypto, of 20%, 30%, 40% pullbacks. It was getting very extended away from the trending dots. It's currently still bullish. It could be finding support at the trending dots. We will see. But there are signs that there is bearish divergence long term, right? Potentially, there is a RSI sell signal on the weekly chart, even though it still is bullish, right? So something to think about, that it's just pumped hard. It was making all-time highs up at 15 cents all the way back when it came onto this exchange, September 2022 at 0.002. What if that was it, right? What if that was it? We don't know. There's not a ton of chart history. That could have been the all-time high at 15 cents, and that would have been a massive move of 4,600%. It could be finding support, putting a higher low, and continue upward too. So can't really add too much more value than that, Jeff Lowe. It's possible to find support. If you look at the daily chart, it's still currently bearish on the daily chart. We covered it. There was bearish divergence, right? There is bearish divergence, and then a lower high, right? Came all the way back down, and then it could be the next possible buy the dip scenario if you look at it, right? If it breaks out of that downward trend line and it finds support here at a key target retracement, possibly even lower, right? That would be the next possible buy the dip scenario based off of the daily chart. You'd put the arrow somewhere like that. That's what you're kind of watching and waiting for patiently. If you're looking for that next buy the dip scenario, whatever you're looking to do, that's kind of how I would play it personally. If I was going to do it, I'm not in Caspa. I don't have any positions to, and I don't have any plans to be in Caspa. So hopefully that helps. Luckily got in. Awesome. Appreciate you. Yep. That's what I requested in the beginning last time. Okay. All right. We'll let that one slide, Jeff Lowe. We'll let that one slide. Hope that one helped. But this time we got you on record. We have to take your word for it, Jeff Lowe. Maybe you did it early. We'll have to take your word for it because I'm not going to go back to the live stream and look at the timestamp. But this time's timestamp, you didn't even put it until 51 minutes. So that we have proof of 51 minutes. We probably have to go back in timestamp and look at and trust Jeff Lowe, but verify as well. But all right, we'll take your word for it. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to go there. Jeff Lowe, you got it. It's all in good fun. We're just having fun with you. So we gotta have a little entertaining. We gotta call you out 51 minutes that you put in the question late. But with that, let's take a quick look. We're 9 minutes in. Bitcoin's still at $43,000. Ethereum starting to look pretty good over there. Seems like it's breaking out, and that's what we kind of talked about. HUT is trying to regain the 200-week moving average. Woo! Starting to look pretty good. Jeff, you got it. You got it, Jeff, my man. High five. All right, awesome. With that, thanks for all of your support, everyone. We had to flip the hat backwards. We're into overtime. We're over 1 hour. And let me know in the comments, even if you're on the replay crew, if you have any follow-up questions, let me know. I'll be answering them. I get notified once you put a comment in on the YouTube. Follow me on the Twitter X app as well. And if you want to take a deeper dive, definitely hit us up in the Discord. $29 for the entry and the sharpshooter indicators, and then $79 if you want to take a deeper dive. Get 2 indicators, get bot alerts, get a discussion group with a private discussion group with the recorded coaching, and otherwise, you've got a lot of tools in the $29 as well. We don't have any affiliate link sponsorship, so we got to plug our own stuff because we're our own people. We're our own one-man operation with a lot of help from the super snipers over there in the Discord. I appreciate all of you. With that, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll get back in the flow, and we'll be on live stream number 2 and get that streak going again. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you on the next one. All right. Have a good rest of your